Yo, what's going on? It's T History back again, seeing what's up with the peoples that's out there. Um, good afternoon, man. Watch your phalanges, watch your backside, man. Trying to come up with the top of this, seeing what's going on, trying to do something a little different on the microphone. So we'll see what's going on. Um, just trying to set up this situation to see what's popping. You know, see what's waiting up here, see what's going on. Yeah, all right. So yeah, just never can work quickly in a way that you like it to work as usual. You know how it is, it's StreamYard, YouTube, in a way that these things work. So sending out this link. So let me go here.
Yo, yeah, that one was sending me to the cooking one.
All right, so what's going on here? What's up?
See, what's going on?
Hold
Ain't
up.
talked to you in a minute, bro. How you been, man?
Uh, chilling, chilling, bro. What's the deal? Let me see if I can
That's
get this right here.
that's what's up. Nah, I was doing my errands. Had to do the doctor today for the um well, the situation. The ankle and all that other stuff, the injuries. So I had to hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm just changing, so I'm just getting ready for what we're gonna get into. So just give me like 2 minutes as we politic real quick. So what you been up to though, bro? What you been up to,
Normal tube step, man. Just chilling, relaxing, and doing what I can do out here, man. Surviving
bro?
these streets.
Bro,
Yeah.
remember when I told you I asked her to get me the cranberry juice? She got me the diet one, and then got angry with me that she got the wrong one. I had to tell her like, babe, I'm not drinking that. You got to switch it. You know, you know how that goes. But we they always right. You know how that go.
Man, couches are cold, brother. You better take a diet cranberry.
Yo, he said, yo. So we came to a compromise. She got me the cranberry I wanted, but what I'm going to do is drink the dried one as I work out. Like you know how you bring your own water bottle or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the way that's working.
It's very loud.
But
Very slow.
yeah. I what you call? I told her about the what you call it, canola, and she was like, yeah. She was like, I know it's what you call it. I know it's healthy. And pardon us for those who are listening. We just shooting the breeze real quick. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get into what we're gonna get into. For those who don't know, I'm gonna interview T History. Because we know what we think we know him, but we don't know. We're gonna get a little more in depth today. So right now, this is Frank Lucas, and my partner, my co-host, my man, my friend, my family, my brothers, T History. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, now you know who his channel is. He does the cooking. You know what I'm saying? He does the conversations. And if you ever been on his platform is it's a little different. It's not the typical rah rah that happens on other people's channels, and we're not knocking anybody else's channels. It's just that if you want something a little different, if you tired of the SMDs and what's your addy, and I'm gonna pull up, T History Spot is definitely the spot. I mean, everybody else I rock with for the most part, like 99% of these YouTubers I rock with. And even if I don't, it's in poor taste to discredit them because they're not even here to defend themselves. But we all men, and one of the main reasons I respect T is because he really doesn't he doesn't tolerate that on his platform. I mean, he won't stop you from saying what you got to say. If you're gonna come and out somebody, he'll remain quiet and let you get that off. But he doesn't. He's not like encouraging it. It's not like, oh, you can only come up if you got the dirt on someone. You know, T's platform is definitely like ours. Like, even though it's his, and he definitely lets us come up here and be ourselves. I know there's some immature people out there gonna be like, oh, Frank is on T's. What you got? No, that's my man. That's my family. I rock with him. We had some arguments or whatever, but we fixed those and said it like grown men are supposed to. I always said you could tell who your real people are after you get into it with them, because there's some people you can get into it with and y'all get into the smallest thing and you don't ever want to talk to that person again. And there's people you get into serious altercation, whether it be verbal or physical, and y'all forget that and keep it moving. You never know your relationship with anyone until you go through it. If it's peaches, like they say, you can't appreciate the sunshine without the rain. You know. So, T, what you think? So T, what made you start your own YouTube platform?
Well, at first it was like because of rhyming, you know what I'm saying? I got it in my background is rapping. So like a few years ago, I wanted to incorporate like trying to help the rapping career and rapping with other people. I had groups, that's always interchangeable. So I wanted to come with like rapping and stuff like that and running my mouth. So it was nothing to do. So I really wanted to do this for a long time. And it was boom to me that this is out here like this. So I wanted to like just do it because of the music and other opportunities.
So you mentioned rap. You mentioned rapping. So when did you first start? Rapping or getting into rapping? Or yeah, no, that's the proper way. When did you
You
first
know,
get into?
rapping,
You know,
I mean, that's something that comes with, rapping is something that comes with growing up in the hood. I've been rapping or attempting to freestyle and rap and writing down since G-rap, since back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Like since a kid, since like 12, 11 years back in the days.
and for those that don't know, because you said since 12, how old are you?
Yeah, that's like asking a woman sometimes. I keep
Okay,
that.
that's a fact. No, no,
But
certain things
that's
aren't for
back in
YouTube. I
the
can
day.
respect that. I can respect that.
But that's back in the day. I always try to keep, why I keep that guessing because you know how that is. Like everybody be like, so since that be fluctual, I keep that fluctual situation. Able D.
No,
So
no,
I
respect. But I only asked just to say. So I'll tell you what. How about do this? You says, how about we do this?
yeah, I just said G rap.
Same.
So some people don't know who Cool G rap is, and some people know who Cool
That's a
G rap
shame.
is. So I
It's a sh-
so
It's a shame. It's a shame. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
If
a
and
Wu-Tang
we
fan.
we only say it's a shame if rapping is your profession, because that's like saying I play ball. I'm gonna get into it, but you don't know who Michael Jordan. You don't know who Akeem Olajuwon. You don't know who Patrick Ewing is. You don't know who Will Chamberlain is. That's the only reason why we say it's a shame not knowing who Coogee Rap is. But so that was your inspirations as far who was your like, okay, who was the rapper that stood out to you, T?
I
That
can
was
even, you
like,
know what? Because
yeah,
I seen her on joint last night. Somebody really instrumental is Tretch. That stuck out because I seen one of his interviews last night. And Tretch, watching Juice, Tretch is one of the first people that I can remember me going trying to um remember one of his rhymes, and tried to rewrite the rhyme so I can remember it. I thought about that this morning watching one of his interviews.
Can you
I
remember
remember
your
when he
first?
did
Can you remember your first rhyme, T?
I don't know. I told you before in the past, like that's my problem. That's why I don't believe that I'm on because I have a hard time reciting rhymes. You know what I'm saying? But I think though the first time that I seen myself start writing rhymes is when I was struggling in school, like in the sixth grade. I probably wrote around like when I was in sixth grade. I don't remember the rhyme, but I know that I was like in the sixth grade, and I probably was struggling and like just starting to like fuck off. And like I had a math teacher. I remember like it wasn't nothing though. The situation, the scenario, struggling in like in a math class and just like joking on the teacher. And it was I used to call it nigga. He remember me or the dude we was talking about last week on the Terminator 2 dude, the liquid dude. He remind me of the Terminator 2. And I said a rhyme about that.
Ah, okay.
I can't
So
remember
that
the
was like
rhyme.
one of the original joints.
Bars.
Okay. Ah, that's what's up. Okay, so where you from?
Boston.
Where was you born and raised?
Boston.
Okay, so me being a New Yorker, that relocated to Florida, but it's not about me, it's about you. What was it like? Tell us what it was like growing up in Boston. In detail, and please don't give us, oh, it was the typical, like, because I don't know what the typical, you get what I'm saying? For you personally, you T History, what was it like growing up in Boston?
I mean, it's like it's city. You drugs. I mean, our gang situations. There's no gangs like red, no flag rocking. But you know, what I'm saying on the Ave, on the streets, you got blocks, certain streets, and the way that you go by like recognized gangs is sports hats, them starter jackets and stuff like that. Whatever the Eagles, the 49ers, the Jets, the Patriots, the Raiders, all of them are different teams. Like all the different teams is different sets. So when you see a whole bunch of dudes with Raiders jackets, um, Giants jackets, like the Giants, that's OP. Ultra Park, the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers is where Bobby Brown from Ultra Park. You see what I'm saying? Castlegate, no original game. Castlegate will wear original B hats. And in Cincinnati now they wear red Cincinnati Reds hats. Like so that's how you identify what we quote unquote gang members, but we don't color like wear rags and stuff like that. So you see you always so it would be like any major city, a whole bunch of drugs and stuff and poverty, but I'm old enough to have seen where you see, family orientated things, but a lot of drug infested things. I came up in the era that you couldn't just go pumping, be on the Ave and pump and think that you could just sell drugs. That came with a certain time limit. You had to be a certain age that you're just gonna be rocking stuff. Jury, you ain't gonna just be flossing jury. If you had jury, was lucky to have that type of scenario going on. You might go to school and be deep and somebody might have a little chain on. That's gonna be tough. You go certain places, you don't go no one or two deep. Y'all go with the whole block, that type of thing.
Mm. So you mentioned, okay, so hold on, okay, so you said that I get you the typical stuff. What did you ever get involved in any street life aspects? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you have
Not
friends
just like
or
what you said. I have a breakdown because once I got to teenage years too, I actually moved to VA as well. But like before, like when I was young too, one thing that kind of helped me for as my family because I also was, we were struggling in the household and stuff like that. I was selling. I got introduced to somebody, and I was selling. Literally, I was selling candy. So that kind of helped me, like sometimes leave the hood because the guy was in the van and was very organized, and the guy used to like he was a father figure to a lot of people. Even though I had somebody in the household, and we would go to like quote unquote nice white people neighborhoods and sell this candy. And that's why I was young. I used to got my hustle on without selling, doing that, having to do
nice,
that.
nice.
So I had a hustle. Then as I got a couple of years older, I also incorporated and brung little niggas on it. Then and I started doing that on my own and cut like that's why you never get to meet the plug because I cut the plug and put people on and start showing them a little. That's why I got a little respect for people to the day because I put people on with the hustle on my own. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
really had to do it because I was like 10, 11 years old and like people might look at it crazy, but I would be having 30, 25, $30 a day, but we 11, 12 years old, like
Yeah.
that's 200 some dollars a
At
week.
that at
That's
that at
like
that time, that's great money.
So now
At that young age, yeah.
you don't like, what are you doing with that? That's like to the point where what I had with my fam, I'm not afraid to admit it, my fam getting high where I just have to stash money. I'm literally buying shit that a kid don't supposed to buy. I had to buy soap and buy fucking deodorant and Tide and shit for the house, and my people seeing that I got money, but you know what I'm saying, doing shit, providing for
Yeah.
my house as a
Yeah.
kid, doing shit somebody's my age is not doing because I have money and they're smoking their money. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like doing shit that somebody's not my age is not doing. You know what I mean?
Mm. So what was your what was your parents like because you mentioned about the smoking or whatever. What was and is the relationship with your parents? What was it obviously then growing up, and then what is it now? Mother and father. I'm sorry. Wait. Before you get to that, I'm sorry. Single parent home? That's just a quick yes or
Nah,
no.
they both
Single or
yeah, that's why it was good. Nah, they was I had double parented. I mean, that's why I would know
okay.
just I think, and well, you know, like my brothers in the audience, he can see not my real brother, but my YouTube brothers in art. Like we didn't talk about this, like with no disrespect, you could see the difference in the attitudes and the living of like people who double parented at home. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, they
Yeah.
was there and they was both getting high, but they disciplined my ass. Like I still was like not just doing what the fuck I wanted to do with them getting high. You see what I'm saying? And you just
Yeah,
see the
that's a
difference
fact.
of a lot of different people, and you know these people yourself that you ran with, and you know you see the difference.
Mm. So like I said, and then the other part was, like I said, what is and was your what was and is your relationship with your parents growing up? Like what did your pops do and your mother do growing up?
What you mean? What the
Like growing up, was your mom's a nurse and your pops, let's say just your pops was like also,
No,
let's say handyman or whatever.
my mom's worked for a little while until like my sister was born, and then my pops always worked for like the state. My pops actually worked for the state until he got like sick. But but
If
I'm
do you
saying,
want to elaborate on him getting sick, or is that just too deep?
I mean, what you mean? I mean, yeah, I mean, because I don't really see what's the relevance of where it
Well, no,
happened.
I'm sorry. The relevance is just getting to know you, the inside of you, like what made T history. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
That's the
I
only
know
thing.
because I don't think that like, yeah, because I don't really think it has no relevance as far as I'm
Okay,
concerned. But
so
I
respect,
think that, like I
respect.
said, cause I said I think I threw out the worst that they was getting high to maximum, but they still I have my parents in front of me. You know what I'm saying? They did
Okay,
like and my
respect.
father's not here no more, and my mom's went through like getting high all the way to like everything, and now it's not like that anymore. It's like nigga, I got my mom's today. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Like a
And
motherfucker.
I see on YouTube, for those who don't know, I see you do a lot of cooking on your platform. Who taught you how to cook?
Yeah, that comes from. I mean, she would smack the shit out. I ain't get it from her, but I watched though. I watched. She didn't per se put her hands on the touch like I would want to because she cooked her ass off when I was coming up. And I used to be, and I'm her baby boy, so I used to have to. I wish I did learn stuff from her, but she cooked throughout my whole lifetime. She used to get busy, but I never would like do nothing but be in there and fucking finger lipping, cake mixing, fucking just tearing up the food. But she didn't teach me. It's just something that I really kind of taught myself. But I mean, I guess I can't say that. I guess being around that shit because my pops would cook too. Just yeah, we're gonna pick up. You know what I'm saying? Being around it,
Yeah,
like yeah, like I said, with her not putting her hands and telling me to come in there and do it, I still had to up from just being around. Yeah,
got you. Okay, so you got it
and
from
then like
that.
my same whole purpose of like what I be telling people too. I got it from a roommate of mine, but the whole concept too is like the whole thing is like at the time as a kid, you know how it is. You want to hit Mickey D's, you want to do the same thing.
Yeah,
First days as a kid, you want McDonald's, but it was the same thing. Is like never like going and spending fucking around with fast food and shit like that. It was a time
yeah,
periodically, but that's what
yeah.
it is. DNA, nah, you ate home meals, and that's what I be on. Like,
Got
you know
you.
what I'm saying? Basically, so that is it. So it's DNA.
And you mentioned the fact that first you started selling the candies legit. Did you ever cross over, or you kept it to that and then went to a legit job? Did you ever dibble dabble in the
No,
street in
of
the
course,
fast money,
you wanted
or
that. I mean, of course, but I mean, I was more of a green thumb more than
okay,
really fucking around
okay,
with. You know what I'm
got
saying?
you. So you never was trying to be the Don Dada Shada. You was just like, yeah,
Nah,
like as the kid,
that's
like to get the kicks and everything. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
yeah, you right. I mean, that's the major thing because even like my man, you go further, like so like my teenager years and stuff like so I went to VA, I struggled out there, but then at the end to get my ass out of there, I was doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? But mainly, like I said, green thumbing it to get the fuck up out of there and doing a lot of other things. But and then coming back out here, definitely. But like and then out here, my mans and everything, niggas, I escaped. Them boys can or federal a fed charge. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I got away from that thing. You know what I'm saying? Because the same
yeah,
what you just asked. Because I never like see like I never was gassed and knew I know I still always play my lane. Just like the same situation of us doing this right now. Like I
yeah,
just like a lot of people don't know themselves or be in situations to just try to take shit too far. Like when you know yourself or think, you know what I'm saying, you gotta know, you know what I'm saying, you gotta know yourself or have that certain feel for certain things. When you have that gut feeling, you got that gut feeling for a certain reason. You just gotta know yourself, you know what I'm saying? Some people are fortunate, some people just be just fucking around, you know what I'm saying? And certain people be having certain blessings or be having certain situations where why not fuck around with that situation? I never had that. Like, certain people had those uncles or had a whole family, that's the family trade. Some niggas wake up, nigga ain't got a half a bird in their pocket. Like, how when you do it if you got situations like that? But if you got a nigga that you gotta go stick seven niggas up to get the bird, then that might not be what you need to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. And what kept you from trying to be that ultimate, biggest guy? Was it something you seen? Did you lose a friend? What stopped you from having those
Like I,
aspirations that say, you get what I'm saying?
like I said, keeping it real with myself and like knowing that like there's chapters, there's like them niggas be saying there's levels to this shit.
Yeah,
Once you start
in
moving
fact.
up the food chain, shit don't what I'm saying, just like a celebrity, just like anything else, when you do certain things, you could take a piss in the alley. You see what I'm saying? When you go off the radar, you can do
Yeah,
certain things which you only got one or two P's or so. You start selling, you know what I'm saying? When you nickel and diamond, you could do so, and you still got to worry about your freedom and sucker shit. But when you starting to sell niggas certain things, bro, that you can't just know. And you got to know
mm,
yourself. You willing to know that every time you make a play, because sometimes something can happen. You might get stung or something can happen, but you could get through. But then it comes
and
a time
here's
you can start selling something, and that's your life every time you go make that play.
and you mentioned getting stung. Have you ever got stung? Have you ever been arrested, caught have the boys ever, what I'm saying? Have you ever?
I'm the Frank Woods.
I'm not listen, like I said, it's an interview. I'm asking, what I'm saying? I mean, for those who don't know, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, one time I was in a place, like I said, in my infamous Grove Hall, nigga, and I was just chilling. That shit just was funny, and I just had crazy butt on me. And I was chilling and everything was all good. Next thing I know, I walked into a pig party, nigga. I don't know what that shit was about. Niggas like 40 deep, nigga, just throwing everybody everywhere. Just
What year was
I
this?
was
What
like,
year was
yo,
this? And the reason why I say this is because for those who don't know, now weed is just like getting a beer. But back then, when we was coming up, we was not just getting a beer. It wasn't
it
no
was
just
going to
ticket or
jail.
slap on the wrist.
It was going
Yeah. So
to
so you
jail.
keep saying
I had
know
my
yourself, know
feelings.
yourself, T. Who is
Yo,
T History?
TX3. I mean, it's sometimes what you see, but I mean, I'm an honest person. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not no pushover. I'm a product of the, you know what I'm saying, of the streets of my environment. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lendy person. I got a big heart. You know what I'm saying? I want to see people that's around me, even people who's not around me, win. I want to see our whole color win. I want to see us be huger than what we are. We came from the struggle. I just want to see before, you know what I'm saying, get put 6 feet dead on, we be in a better position than we are now. And it ain't just for me. I'm not a person that want to I always want, I mean, I'm automatically just a person that be around that would like to see you do better than me. That's just how I am, and crazy enough, you know. That's why, like, there's no hate in me when I see people or people think of me in other ways or ever think that I'm a hater is laughter to me because I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, you know, in that sense, work myself over to make people feel as though that I'm not. But I'm not a
Yeah.
hater. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a genuine person. You know what I mean? Like to joke, like to have fun. That's why up here a lot of times. That's why I have told other people when you see the tone get different and stuff like that. I expect people to stop or want people to not get me like that because I can turn into a different person. You understand me? Because I come from, you know, inner city shit where, you know, I have protected, like it just can get you can see a different person than you see right now. And it's because we all, I mean, it's not like it's just me. All of us have, like, been on defense all our lives because of where we come from.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm not interrupting. No, nothing to
It's
say.
like it's more, yeah, it's just more of the questions, more, you know what I mean? Because like I like that's how it is. It's not more than I don't want to, you know. That's what a lot of people up here don't understand. It's like, you know, and
What
Larry
made? I'm sorry.
talk.
Okay. When you chose your YouTube, what made you what made you go into this particular lane? What? Okay. You know what? Let's do this. What makes you different from other YouTubers?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I think what I just really said, bro, is just that, like, I'm not afraid to be myself. It's not no gimmick or no character with me. You know what I mean? Not to, like I said, I don't even want to really. You asked me that
Yeah.
question, but I don't want to compare myself to anyone or actually say that, you know, anybody else is being a character or no gimmick. But I mean, like I said, I've seen people because it does turn into it is somewhat of a business, and I guess in certain ways you have to be that. So that, you know, that's the difference that I know that I'm not out here. I'm just being myself. And that's the only difference that I could think of. Sometimes when you're not prepared for it, you can, like everybody say, you go, damn, I could have answered, but in a way, I don't care about answering it better. It's just that
Yeah, no. This is definitely an insight on you. So this isn't like a what you call. And like I said, for those listening, we didn't go over these questions. T doesn't know none of the questions I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so one more time, I just want to get just a direct. I know I'm being redundant again. What makes you different from other YouTubers?
Well, again, like I said, I don't think that, like, when I come, you can see is like when I came with the interview, just is diversity as well. Is try to, you know, interview, be real, try to
Okay,
be being myself. You know what I mean, with no gimmicks and no characters. I mean,
got
joking,
you.
not trying to be too gangster. Like I said, I bring the opposite side of me more than, like, you know what I'm saying, what people portray could be me. I will take the other road and show you
Yeah,
the good guy instead of the other guy, where other people
yeah,
show a guy that's not even there.
yeah. Got you. So for ladies out there that what you call the receivers, are you single? Are you married?
Oh, look
Do
at
you have
this
kids?
guy. Ain't
It's an
nothing but,
interview, baby. Come on, man.
hey, yo, I be doing this, so I feel you. Hook me up, hook me up. You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't never been married and I'm single. I got accused of that the other day, that I be hollering at everything. I gotta try, man. It be
Well,
girls
there's
out here
nothing wrong with
giving
that.
away
You're single. You should. I'm
$3,000.
sorry. My fault.
Yes, I'm single. It be women giving away $3,000. I'm single as a motherfucking dollar bill. You motherfucking right.
so, so what keeps you out of the controversy and the beefs with other YouTubers?
Cause I'm not gonna like do that. I'm not gonna cause I'm not
They all respect you, by the way. You know that they all respect you.
yeah, or if
So
they don't. Because I'm just not gonna do that because the obvious, Frank. Like people, whether they admit to watch me or they don't, I don't know how that is. I kind of think that they don't, or somebody will tell them. But like when we talk about other people, see, we live in different states, we live in different cities. I kind of move around when God willingly give me the chance. So sometimes to be real, that's why I don't, cause I move solo and I know that I could go and all this shit, and then niggas get 15 on one me. But besides that, it's just that it doesn't make sense. Like where everything's going on in this world, and then the Black Lives Matter, regardless of the one that's fake or phony, it's just that like we got too much going on and too much building that we got to be doing with one another to be up here fighting about channels and everybody's in the same circle. 1 minute, one guy's his friend, next thing you know, they're fighting and it's all about nothing. So it's just like, nah, I'm not gonna be up here beefing with nobody, and we all know it's silly. It's like we don't know each other. The best thing we can do is get to know one another for a better situation. How are we gonna
yeah,
not know each other for a fucked up situation? It just
got
doesn't
you,
make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense.
got you.
I'm
And,
sure.
and I'm sorry. And what's your occupation?
As far as real talk on warehouse, and I was told not to tell the real joint. I was, usually I'd be freaking with that,
Oh,
but then,
like I said, if it's
like,
too, what you call okay. Like I said, because I
then
don't want
not
somebody.
only that,
I
too,
don't
I
want
started
nobody using this
on that.
interview against you, like getting
Even
your personal information
I
and
caught
what you
myself
call
on
it.
that on the last channel. I did tell that, but now knowing too how deep thing is, how deep
Yeah,
this shit gets, all that
yeah.
doxing shit I know about, bro. Matter of fact, I don't work nowhere, bro. I work right here, even though I'm
Okay,
not monitored, bro.
facts. Okay, okay. Got you,
Seriously,
got you. So again, jumping back, in hip hop, what you call? Who's your top five? And
bro.
and stealing from Jadakiss, dead or
Like
alive?
I told you before, I don't do that. And like I told you earlier with the Tretch thing, he said something that I'm gonna steal is because my respect for hip hop, it runs too. That's why I couldn't do it. It's too much great music to do that, bro. I can't do that, bro.
Bro, you
I know
can.
niggas
Come on. So you don't
that
have an
shit.
artist. Okay, okay.
Like
So
if
how
I'm
about this? Oh, sorry. Who's the artist that more affected you, or who did you listen to more? Who's the top five artists
all right,
that you
the
listen to
thing,
more?
in that way that I can tell you in a way. Like what you said right there, the best thing that I can kind of give you on what you just said,
Yeah.
dynamic situation would be Wu Tang. I could just because
Okay.
like what you said, like I
Yeah,
love
that's
Raekwon,
nine right
like
there. Yeah.
and Raekwon because 9-5 Summer to me is like the illest last summer. Like I know most of y'all be like, nigga, how the last summer was 25 years ago. But like what you asked me, and majority of this interview situation is like 9-5 was like the last ill something like me, my teenage years grooving, what they talking about, living, doing what they talking about, doing it, living it, all of that combined, Wu-Tang, only built for Cuban links. That's my life. That's it.
Yo, yeah, and you know where I'm from, so you can't go wrong with that answer, baby. All
Purple
right,
Tape,
so we'll do this then, T. Who's your top five? Who's your top five Wu Tang Clan members?
we did the
Not you keep saying we did this. This is the interview, bro, for people to get an insight on you. I would forget what we did in the past. This is
I mean,
brand new. I just
not in
met you.
not
Boom.
in this order. If it be the best five, not in this order, I would say that it would be Ray Ghost, Ray Ghost, Jizza, ODB. Oh, man.
While you thinking, I want to salute April D, Mr. International, NBA history. Hope you get better, man. I know what it's like. You already know my ankle joint, my leg. So, um, um, who else in there? Because I know we could just easily say everybody, but I want to give you an individual. So, like I said, if I didn't say it again, salute to April D, NBA City. Uh, uh, um, I was gonna say April again. A street knowledge. Everybody.
Street
Mr.
knowledge.
International. We want to super salute to everybody, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We
Dream Chasers
appreciate y'all.
coming through.
Dream Chasers. You know, but I'm sorry, T. Why you was what you call it? I'm sorry. I just want to and that's from both of us, y'all. We definitely appreciate y'all for pulling up because we just threw it up there real quick, and we respect y'all. We happy that y'all could be anywhere, but y'all spending your time with us. We appreciate that. So go ahead, T. I'm sorry. I know it's typical and corny, but I mean that. You could have been anywhere. Y'all could be listening to anybody. So I almost threw a shot there. I was gonna say except somebody, but this is T's time, not anybody else. So again, T. Again, so I gave you time to think about it as I shouted everyone out.
I
Now,
said
again,
that
the top five.
them. I said that I will go with Ray, Ghost. What's that? Ray, Ghost, Old Dirty, Meth, and
Okay.
who did I say? Old Dirty, Jizza.
Okay, not the RZA, but okay, I give it to you. All right, so T, and then your sports. What did you play growing up? What sports did you play coming up?
I mean, I was a football head more than basketball. I played both, but I mean, I didn't play. I didn't play no school. The most that I played was rec basketball, and like
Okay.
football, like and stuff like that was mainly because like out here it was like mainly because of money situation of playing in Pop Warner and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And down there, when I went to VA, that's when it got serious, and that talent even was even more the talent and then the grades. So it's like that wasn't happening because like that's the thing about when I went to Virginia, when I went out there, like it's major, like that's when it started. Like that's not down south, but that's when it like I went, like I said, I went with Dre Block. Like I know mad dudes that went to the NFL that I went to school with down there. Like my man Dre Block, like I said, when the Patriots won the Super Bowl, when I got the paper, my man that I had a class with, Dre Block, he's in the picture trying to block Vinatieri's field goal, bro. That's just crazy. And when he got recruited to North Carolina, we had a photography class, and he was all scared. I mean, it's easy for me to say this, but it happened when the people came he was nervous and shit. I was like, bro, what are you worried about all day? You're gonna fuck with them. Like you're nasty. You're going. You know what I'm saying? And he went to North Carolina and led the nation in interceptions with 8 and got drafted. But he's not even the only one. Sharon Stiff went to Jacksonville. It's like 5 of them niggas. Lorenzo like mad at them dudes. But it
That's
was the
what's up.
grades.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was
Okay.
grades and like dedication and shit. I went out there, but I was like on some bullshit and like not really taking school serious and believing
Yeah.
in rap and
But you know how
fucking
that
with.
work. When you're nice, they make sure you're eligible. You know how that works.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true as well. That's true as well. They will try as much as they can, but you know what I'm saying? It's like
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. They'll make sure. They'll make sure. They'll definitely. So okay, so you said you played, basketball, football, right? And that's what you're
mhm.
saying. So what position in both sport? Well, yeah, in both sports, what position?
But see, that's the thing. There's no excuses. But if I'd have played ball, I would have had to play like playing. I'm undersized and no
Oh,
handles.
word.
That happened. That would have happened.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay, so you got the hands. Okay, so
That's
point
what I'm
guard. That's
saying.
what's
My
up.
handles was you need a shot like but like I'm
Well,
more just
not
pick up.
a true point guard. You know how that works. You know how that works. You penetrate and dish off.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Well,
especially
I
on the era we came up, it was true point
basketball.
guard. you know?
Yeah. But just the size, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really be like I said, I'm in a place with talent. Like, bro, when I like again, I'm now telling the age, bro. When I went, no,
Oh, bro,
I,
it's Boston. Let's not do that. I'm joking. I'm joking.
um, all the
I'm
time, like I
joking.
said,
Let's keep
when I
it
was down there,
professional.
no, I can take that, but I'm just saying, I'm telling you now, like when I went down there, um, Iverson had just left. Victim been around these neighborhoods. Plexico Barris, like I said, when I was in school, Plexico Barris was at the beach. These dudes, like, there's a lot of talent that come out of that motherfucker, bro.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I said you said you was in VA at this time. Okay, so just a little bit of a breakdown. You was born in Boston, right?
Yeah, I went up there like I went out there my teenage years, like my high school years. My high school years, I was out
Okay, so you did your 4 out there. Okay. And did you end up graduating or the GED?
GED.
Okay,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Okay, you got it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't care if you just got it yesterday. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, so and then you mentioned you played the point guard and basketball. As far as football, what was your position?
I'm not gonna play. I used to play quarterback football, but I never played
What?
no organized football though. I didn't get to play no
Okay.
organized.
No. I got you. No,
My
you
oh
definitely
man,
said
that
that.
was
You
another
kept it
thing
a buck.
times I went down there on situation that really like made me feel good and hurt at the same time. This other athlete dude see me, and I went out there like on my own time,
Yeah.
and this kid see me, and the nigga just was like, "Yo, like T." Cause like when I used to play football, I used to slant like nigga, my arm was crazy. And dude was just like, yo, I can't like, yo, I'm really seriously can't believe you didn't make the league. Like, dog, the way you used to be just throwing it. And like it, like I said, like now it's bullshit, but the shit was like one of them hits that was like on some good shit, but it was on some bad shit. Like, bro, to hear this nigga say that shit, bro. Just like I said, just like when a nigga Dre Block, the dude I'm telling you that made the NFL, when the nigga see me at practice playing ball because he's
Uh-huh.
on the team, he's Mr. American at the school, and he never see me play basketball, and he's looking at me all crazy, and I'm looking at him like, what? He's like, bro, you play basketball like that? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yo, what is wrong with you? Why you? And I'm just like, nigga, your boy, your Pecker Woods is not fucking with me, nigga. You know what from over there. I'm from over
Well,
there. It's like they ain't fucking with me. I'm from over there, bro. You know where I'm from.
if I'm not if I'm correct, Randy Moss, Jay Williams from there too, right?
Nah,
Michael Vick and
they from West Virginia. They from
Iverson, correct?
Nah, they from West Virginia. They from something totally different. They from another state. They from West Virginia.
Okay, okay, okay. I thought they was from what you call. Okay, got you. That's okay. That's what you call it. Okay, so again, backtracking. How far did you pursue or do with your rapping? Was you in a group? Was you dolo? Did you ever record? Did you ever hit the studio? You know what I'm saying?
Now, like when I try to mess with groups and shit, and like that's why like I give it, to the guys we like the EPMDs, the even Daz Effect, like all of them, because like when you mess around with groups and stuff, it is like hard to keep doing that. So nothing ever pursued, you know what I'm saying? Because like soon as like you put that effort in try to make tracks. But I went to the studio a few times. It took me a long time though to ever record some going into like even pre-production studios and stuff like that. When people because now, like even now, like people can have stuff in the house now and they can get on with how these people get on. But
Yeah,
I got some material. I got some recordings. And then like I said, it then I done done a lot of stuff where I would like to rather I used to always like I said on that unselfish shit like rather with the camaraderie try to be on in groups and shit like that. And like I said, after a while, people will give up because as again as time goes on, the older you get, and other people don't see no results, and then niggas start having kids and shit like that. Motherfuckers just don't, be like, man, that shit ain't happening and
yeah,
shit goes away, bro.
yeah.
That's
And
how
and
almost how I feel about it. But it's like rap. That's one of the ride the bike. It's one of them things. If you pass it, I always passionate about it, but you always gonna be like, that's why like sometimes here I'll just hear a beat and just throw a verse up there like that controversial one almost 10 months ago, where you're just gonna like, if you fuck with it, you fuck with it. You still gonna jot down something and still do it if you really care about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was it a group or dolo?
It was never what
You
when.
did you link up with? I'm saying when you was doing your rapping thing, was you grouping it?
No,
Was
that's
you
what I
doing
said.
it?
It's always been. That's what I just explained. It's always been like groups. It's been times here. I even had like a few years ago. I had an album with like 13 tracks on it and shit. It's a time.
Nice. Do you still have access to that album? Are you gonna release that on YouTube? Being that people are noticing you and stuff.
Now I'll probably put another project together eventually. Yeah, about
No,
once I
no,
get
not
it.
another. Not the one that you already have. Are you gonna just throw that out to say like, yeah,
About
this is what we was doing back?
I would have to like reassemble it or put it back together and stuff, because the things is like, the reason why I didn't do it the first time is because it was industry beats and stuff, and you know how all this stuff is going.
Got you. Copyrights. Yeah.
Now, yeah, especially now, while niggas is sitting, niggas will
Yep.
be all over just
Yep.
sitting.
They'll strike you or something. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
fact, T. That's correct.
that's why I didn't mess with it the first time. Right now, though, I'll actually tell you later too. My man got something old he got on his channel, but I'll tell you later. Well, that's the reason why I haven't really even, I haven't done it. The person trying to come up, bro, I don't even know what I have to say.
Salute to Egg, by the way. At the moment, right now, we're gonna
Yeah,
drop it later, but we're doing an interview. We're gonna open the panel up later on. Right now, for those of you who just tuned in, we're just doing an interview while I'm doing an interview with T, giving a little more insight to y'all to get to know the man behind the gotta get it right, baby. You gotta get it right, baby. Y'all know the slogan, y'all know what it is. And please don't forget, not just now, anytime, hit that like button. Y'all know it don't cost nothing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't asking for cash app. He ain't asking for nothing. He just I'm just asking y'all to hit that like button, And by the way, we're both reading the chat. I have that. If there's any questions you also want to know, throw it in. Nothing lewd or lascivious, please. But if there's any, thing you also want to know about T, don't hesitate, type it in the chat. But respectfully, right now, the panel's not open at the moment. We're just keeping this, trying to keep it a little intimate with T, so he can he's trying to be intimate with you guys to let you know, just give an insight in his life. You know what I'm saying? And I know we're adults. I don't have to say pause when I say we're getting. He's trying to get intimate with you
leave
guys.
it
So
alone.
please.
Just leave. Why would you go backwards?
Oh no, because we don't want this to be. We want to keep it on the positive light, and also shout out to Egg, salute, bro. But anyways, T, like we were saying, um, uh, uh, um, uh, did you ever have like aspirations of doing any of the three professionally, as far as rap, football, or yeah, I said rap, football, or basketball?
All three of them. I mean, you come on. The Biggie's infamous, man. I mean, you got no wicked. I didn't want not the crack rubber, wicked jump shot. I mean, come up as a kid. I mean, that definitely dreamed of playing. Like I said, basketball. I never I had the skills to be the no NBA player. I don't believe. Like, I mean, I've seen some people, but no. But football, I know football. If I would have been in the right situation, like doing everything I was supposed to do, I could have went to the NFL. There's no question. It's not like still in my mind. Like if I would have been like on my pin, like been in the right situation and like take like really just disciplined enough, I could have made the NFL. There's
Got
nothing.
you. Which one did you want to? Which one did you feel you
I
had
mean,
the
I even
best
think like
chance?
football. I mean,
I'm sorry.
football's before rapping. But those two out of the three, the rapping and football, I mean, especially rapping. But like then, like lately, what's happened with rapping is like all the stuff that I'm finding out. Like it's an easy excuse, but it's like I kind of, because I believe in a lot, I'm spiritual more than religious.
Wow.
It gets to, but the stuff, all of this body man business, I just feel like it's like that's why I don't remember the rhyme. It's like God looking out for me type of thing. Like, it's a way that you can do it independent. But all this nastiness that we're starting to hear about that industry is just like, it's like, I'm glad that it you know, that
No, you're
some
correct.
things
You're
work
correct.
out. It's like you
And
don't have to submit to that, but it's like all of that stuff that, like, maybe you never know. Like, I trust myself. You people can joke and say, but I'm glad that I didn't even have to dance with the devil on that level. You know what I'm saying? To
yeah.
even have to try to, know.
And then you mentioned as far as religion, which I was going to get into, I don't want to say obviously because I'm treating everything as I don't know. What is your religious belief? Do you believe this? Well, that's the question right there. Are you atheist? Are you labeled Baptist? Christian? Whatever. And also, were you brought up in the church? I know that was a big question, but I'll say it again. I'll reiterate. Was you brought up in the church?
Nah,
Um, did it stick? Are you still religious? And what's your religious beef? What's your beef? Belief? And what's your label? Like Christian, Baptist, Lutheran.
wasn't believing, but brought up in the church. My grandmother was, which is a funny thing. Like, I tell people on another level, it's just like, it's interesting to me that, like, especially like I said, now it's not, Virginia's not considered down south, but even when I was there, she never forced me. But to me, like most people, grandparents would have made them, and then at a split between her and my grandfather, he turned Jehovah's. And I used to be crazy, and I walk by him. I gotta go get killed by him for hours about that. But I'm more, saying, more of a spiritual person. It's out of our minds what's going on and with that situation. But I know religious is just a negative force to keep a lot of us down. But I still,
Mm.
I wouldn't like the term atheist at all, neither.
Wait. You said you are atheist, or you like the
No,
term atheist?
I will not deal with the term atheist. No, I said I don't
Oh,
like that.
okay.
I wouldn't want to go with that term at all. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm not. I deals with no type of like religion at all.
Got you. And also, salute to Larry Meach and Queen of Attraction who just popped in. I'm sorry. Okay. So, but you didn't also I know it was a jumbled question. So you label yourself as what as far as religious T, Baptist, Lutheran,
I,
what? Which one?
I won't put myself down as no type of religion at all, bro, because I
Okay,
don't
so
do.
non-denomination. So, but you do believe in God, right?
I would say that I would do it some in my own way, yeah, but it's not. It wouldn't be like through any type of religious belief. Like, I mean, that could sound like an oxy or something to somebody, but nah, I'm not doing it through no. I believe in the concept or the premise of like the theories of God, and however that could be processed to an individual, but that religion stuff, that's just a waste of time.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that. Okay, okay. And what brought you to that aspect? Was it something you seen? Did what brought you to that?
It's a it's a lot of stuff I've been seeing over the years. It's being like I said, in a lot of things I tell people in a lot of different debates and stuff. I deal with simplicity. I deal with deep stuff, and I deal with simplicity. And it's just like, if a long time ago, I listed, like, if you believe in God, if you believed it, it's just basically, I look at it as like, we were saying before, if we're going to Popeyes on Fifth Street, bro, and niggas is just arguing all day long about the best way to get there.
Got
That's
you.
that's how I see that shit.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Okay. And then what's your full aspirations? Because never mind. You know what? Because you said that and you mentioned the which card. Never mind. It was a question about something else. Anyways. Okay. So when you said again, you said you went from Boston to VA back to Boston, right? What brought you back?
Well, it was time for me to get out of there, and well, basically, my family had came back too. My immediate family had got up out of there, And I mean, my immediate family is the reason why we went down there the first way.
Got you. Okay. That's what's up. Okay. That's what it is. So how do you feel or how do you stay away from the people well ask this one first. How do you feel about people that uh, 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 go okay, you know what? What's too far for you in YouTube as far as a beef? And hold on, here's a long question. And how do you feel about people striking people's channels and trying to take away their livelihood, so to speak?
I think that that's completely terrible. I mean, it's no way around it because, like I said, plenty of times, and obviously, you know that happened to me. But like it happened to me, it's just not in the same order. But regardless, I think if you don't like a person, again, it's not a real you don't like a person because you don't. Just look at yourself. I mean, some ways I get it because if you want to hurt a person, you want to stick it to a person, then that's something you can do.
Yeah.
But and like my little brother Gotti, it's like I told somebody else is like he's gonna come back. He got enough people that like if he got to start a new one, that he's gonna get half of them people back by Friday. So it's only a couple of thousand of people that he's gonna be missing. So you just one of them situations like he's just you stole his ID. You're just fucking with him. When
Got
it
you.
it's different. When it happened to me, you did more than fucking with history. You made me check. You made me fuck the X's up, and you fuck with more than my ID. But with Gotti, he's gonna be coming back, and it's gonna be vicious. It's going to be vicious. But
Mm.
I just think that the people, it just it's crazy to just do shit like that. Like do what you do and keep it moving. It's just it's nonsense. It's like you know I think like what even happened to me too. I just think the YouTube in itself as a company need to step its game up because like in these situations, it's like a computer. It's more than like you don't get to talk. It's no real representative. You don't talk to no human being. It's just like typing something to them and then they respond that way. It's not communicating with another human being. So that's why this shit gets out of control. Like when I strike you, you're just hitting the computer and the computer responds and fuck with it that way. At some point, of course, it does go to a human being, but you don't be able to express your situations with another human being per se on real life time. So that's why these things happen and people pull the bullshit that they do. But I just think it's just totally disgusting because these are people's livelihoods. The people spend all these hours and days and times and coming up with stuff, whether you think what they do is nonsense or not.
Got you. What's your plans to make your channel, bro?
It's a lot of things. I mean, trying to, avoid what we've been talking about, avoid other people incorporating, what I'm saying, better looks, better graphics, eventually, hopefully getting, merchandise that and trying to get funded, add other stuff with the traveling, like I said, be able to travel, go places, show people other things, inspire other people with seeing other stuff besides the normal same old same. Also with with the cooking, so people like the cooking or don't like the cooking, be able to review stuff on the road and go do some old Black Anthony Bedore type shit. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere else. Like I got my traveling brothers and sisters. Go with them while they at the mommies. I go show y'all some food and stuff like that. And we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, like we said, in the back of the cut, start incorporating some of the music and stuff like that. Just doing something different that that everybody's not used to.
Yeah, no, and I definitely commend you for staying out of, the foolishness, out of that sector, because it's very easy to do that and jump in and go, well, I noticed it get me some subs, so f blah blah blah, fake beat, they do it in rap, they do it everywhere. It becomes like WWE, you know how they go scripted, you know what I'm saying? You know how that goes. Miss Terrell, salute. I'm saluting everybody's coming in, by the way. And like I said, salute to you, T, for not taking that route. And I'm not disrespecting or discrediting anyone, to each his own. If you want to go that route, hey, but just be prepared for what comes with it. There's a flip side to that coin. For every action, there's a reaction, for everyone. Everyone. So T, what's your thoughts on this presidential election? Who are you well you yeah who do you feel well, you know what, let's go with this first. How do you feel honestly Donald Trump did as a president?
Huh. I mean, mm, man,
I mean, okay, so you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Do you want to answer or do you want to say respectfully, you know?
respectfully, I like my channel. So I don't
Okay,
even.
got you. Say less. Say less. Got you. Got you. Okay, I can do. No, no. Like I said, I got you. I got you. Okay, okay. All right.
I don't
So,
know. I don't know Billy Scotty's number, so
so I tell you what. I tell you what. How about this? Will if if do you would you recommend people, your peers, people in the chat, to vote for him or vote for Biden?
I mean the easy. Like I said, I mean one of the since I tell you before. Like I said, I I don't get it. The honest question.
Wait, T. I'm sorry. Yo, NBA, respectfully, no, he didn't say he did or didn't. See, you heard what you wanted to hear. He's saying he likes his channel and he doesn't want one of that foolishness over here. That's what he's saying. See, NBA City. So it's no FUT. So go ahead. I'm sorry, T.
Like I said before, man, to really, send to answer that question, like I tell people all the time, man, it's Pepsi or Coke to begin with. That's the same question as the Popeyes. It's the religion question. I mean, like, really, like, does it even matter? Like, that goes back to let's make America great again. Like, when was it? Who's the best? Who was the great president? Like, what do we really like? It's great that like we're on our chairs and like we're trying
Yeah.
to pull up our antennas and we're seeming to be woke and we're like in this thing and we're thinking about voting and we're all woken up and smelling the coffee. We got our Folgers on, but really,
He said, "Got our Folgers on." I mean, we do have to remember, everyone, that whenever you pick, you're picking the lesser of the two evils. Because when a politician tells you something, they are trained to do that. It's just like a lawyer; they are trained, to say what they have to say to get you off. It doesn't matter if you did it or not. The lawyer is trained to get you off, just like politicians. So you got to
right?
remember that it's not the aspect that they are or aren't liars. They just can't do certain
Like
things.
that.
If they
That's
was
what
to say, "Oh, go ahead, T. I'm sorry."
I was gonna say the same thing that that's what sucks. In another situation is like the poor people like me back in the days is like you go to court, you can't afford a lawyer, you get that court appointed lawyer, him and that DA dude, you realize that's that person going to jail or not. Them two
Yeah.
dudes, they go eat lunch together.
And golf and everything. They have a rapport.
They got a rapport. They
They,
chill, and
they
they can shoot
literally,
dice and be like, yeah, you give me this one, I give you this one, and that's what they
yep,
do.
yeah, yeah.
These
And
people come
and
from
and
the same place, so
and,
like, what are you really over here talking about? Just like over there, like people are really getting to arguments. Oh, Trump or Biden, like you really throwing fists over, like, yo. At the end of the
and that's what
day,
I was saying. T. The
go to the
aspect is
party, like don't get too.
politicians can't make a change because look, they have Senate, the senators, and there are 7 clearance levels above the president. That's why they always call presidents puppets. And when they don't do what they're supposed to do, ask JFK. Whoops, you forget.
Yeah,
You can't. What happened to
like
him? You know what I'm saying? When you
black
when you don't when you go against the grain, even in life, you get a splinter. When you go against the grain in life, that splinter happens to have lead in it, followed with
Yeah.
gunpowder. So, but we were
That,
just, shifting. So,
no,
well,
the part
do you
that I
feel,
would
well,
say,
T, I'll let you finish your thought because I have a question after that. Go ahead.
I would just say, bro, I understand the question because it's current events and it's huge. I would just say to all of y'all people, the most thing for my brothers and sisters out there, that what you need to focus on really if you care about voting, that you got to really concentrate on is your city council and everything that's in your state. That's what you really need to focus on because that is something that you could change. Those things that happens in your state is what you could get something to kind of change as far as your state laws in your city, things that happen right in your state. Those are laws that could get changed and mandated and shifted a little bit that can help you right in your state. And those is more important than you worrying about the big thing. Cause that big picture, it's not gonna never just all of a sudden we win. Like nobody's gonna go in that office and just change our lives like that. It's not gonna work like that.
So, do you feel, T, that Biden would be a better fit? Do you feel
Who?
like he can make a change, or is it, the change is obviously out of his hands. It's up to, they meet at that place, the Grove, where they worship that owl and do those ceremonies. But my point is, do you feel Biden, again, reiterating, do you feel Biden would be a better fit?
Not really, bro. I just because I think it just get to one of those scenarios or one of those situations where he's gonna get there. It's gonna feel good, and you're gonna be like, yeah. And then 2023, 2024, whatever, you're gonna be just looking at him and be like, what the fuck is he doing? This is like you're gonna be the same
But
way.
same question, do you feel he'll be a better fit?
You might have you might see one thing and be like, oh, that's what's up. And then you're gonna see two other things and be like, oh, he did that? What?
So, and the thing is, don't forget, presidents, especially, I may be being biased, they have to clean up the last person's mess. If you look at Obama, you got to remember he came in after this fake 9/11 and the bubble burst and the economy with all the loans that they was going out. So, and the fact that he's black, so he had to deal with a lot of racism, obviously. You got I've never seen so much disrespect for a president. My question to you is, T, how did you feel with the blatant disrespect that our president, black president, was receiving and going through? How did you feel about that?
I
T?
mean, that,
Oh, okay, I'm
no,
sorry.
I mean, that goes right with. I mean, would you expect any less, bro? I mean, seriously,
No, 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 I'm not asking that. I'm saying, how did you feel? Not what did I expect. How did you feel? Like, for instance, you remember when he got off that plane and that white lady had her finger on his face, like yelling, barking on him? Like, that's the president. You don't never remember when people make comments like, oh, now there'll be watermelon patches growing in the front of the White House.
I'm
They openly made these racist
of
comments.
course, like I
Openly.
said, I mean, I like I said, I can't say that I felt so effed up because those are things that I can only expect from the people because of the shootings, what's going on right now. It's like I can't because they always like let us put us in our place and let us know that listen, this is only going to go but so far. We're giving you certain things, but don't don't get it twisted. That's just their ways of like don't get it fucked up, niggas. Like we gave you that to shut it up a little bit, but like don't get crazy. That's just that. I mean, it's almost the same. Like that's why I tell people, and it's hard to explain, but I have my thing where I tell people that everything is the same. And you ask, I mean, I answer every question you ask me is that I answered it already.
No, 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 no. I got you. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm not
saying
being
this is
an
just
asshole, but I'm
newer
just telling you
for, you
everything.
know.
You're not being an asshole, but like It's just it's the same sandwich. It's the same thing, bro. Like I don't. It's just and again, it's not being like a smart ass to you. It's just like, bro,
No, no,
come
no.
on.
I'm not taking it that way.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just one of those. Come on, man. Like you just know because that's how it was for him. Like he was a shut up, bro. He was a shut up. Like niggas now. Cause I mean, you know, you at the workplace, they'll just tell me like, "Oh, you can't say that. Your president's black." Like, you know, that's all that was for white people. You know, that you work, your co-workers and stuff were like, "Oh, you can't say that. Obama's black." So, like, that's all that was. It's like you got your one, you got your nigga for president. We don't want to hear nothing else from you. Like, come on, that's all. So I wasn't shocked at any of that blatant disrespect. Motherfuckers like the dude that P had on his channel on the day dude at the gas station killed the black boy. Them repeatedly brutalizing black folks, killing people. I think some in Detroit that they dude arrest this black girl had her upside down in the back of the goddamn police car all the way to the goddamn station. Dude didn't get charged. It was like because she didn't die, the nigga didn't get charged. You seen that? Frank.
Yep. Yo.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah, my
interview.
fault. My joint was coming in and out for a second. I'm sorry. Say that last part. I apologize.
It don't matter. Oh, you got some questions left, brother? He's like, yo.
Yeah, my fault. No, because it's what you call it. I really apologize. Um, See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Chick. You got to remember, no matter what, the only time they tend to act like they care about us, and I mean blacks, is during the voting. Because look, they don't want us to own anything. You look at the Bill Cosby incident. They warned him not to do the CBS thing. He still put in his bid. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to own. You look at music industry as far as rap. We are the workers who are the owners. They don't want us to own. How do you feel about that aspect as far as them, and I mean whites, not wanting us to own? They don't want us to own our masters. They don't. I mean, Michael Jackson was murdered for just doing good business because he owned half of Sony when his contract was done. He owned it to the fact that Tommy Mottola, Sony gave his family 500 million for all his, for his stuff. But if you look in the papers or whatever, they tore him down to make it seem like he was broke or whatever. How do you own the Beatles catalog, but they saying you broke? That was the true reason about that kid incident. If he was ever found guilty, then the contract would be null and void. But I ask you that. How do you feel truly when you see that they don't want us to own anything and they only act like they care about us, T, when it's time to vote, when it's up for political gain?
I mean, again, once again, same thing. I just don't. I'm not surprised, man. Like I said, it's not. It's very understandable by their ways of actions of all time. They don't want us to own anything, um, and that's. I mean, it's just it's their human nature. And that's the way they've been treating us since the beginning of the time. Man. So, well, I won't say the beginning of the time, but since they have taken scriptures of ownership. So, like I said, none of these things surprises me at all. I mean, it's sad. It's nothing that can be done until, like I said, until the days of new ownership, until the days that we the people we get ourselves right as colored people um and help of some of theirs. This got to start with us uniting together and
But
change the way that old day is over. Until
But
then,
T, even when we try to unite, what do? They'll send a plant. There's always that sellout and destroy the Panthers. They went so far to put, Oliver North put drugs in the community. You know what I'm saying? Where they had Muslims under the take in the FBI that worked to follow them. I mean, uniting is easier said than done. Think about this. When we had BET, which is now owned by white, what you call it, people complain that, oh, y'all got your own channel. Look at every channel is white owned. Look at every show. It's a full white cast but they'll have that guest spot for that black guy that pops in, who's probably the janitor or the beggar or the drug dealer, or he got his life right because of the white character. That think about it. If you ever watch Friends, Seinfeld, or whatever, you didn't see none of them girls bringing home no black dude. You know what I'm saying? If you look at any popular show, you don't see the top female bringing in, a person of color, a black person in there. And it's actually been said and researched that when they do bring one in, they try not to make the black, like Gabrielle Union has a lawsuit going on because of, jealousy. Well, I'm not going to get too in depth in it, but they don't want us to look too good or attractive because they say it feels like it takes away. But you'll have the finest, white man or the finest female. That's okay. But when it comes to us and the roles that we get, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was rumored that Kobe Bryant and Chadwick Boseman, there was some dirty play behind that. Why? Because they was going to start a black owned something doing with black owned, and it was going to be in movies and stuff. Wesley Snipes, tax evasion. You know why? Because he was going to start a black owned movie production company. How do you feel about those aspects, T? And that's what I'm saying. The reason why I brought that up, because like you said, we unite. Whenever we try to do something, they literally have the power. They do. One is okay, but you have to watch even what you do with it. Look how they did Kaepernick. Look how they did that, man, for exercising his legitimate rights. That's all he did. He didn't shoot no one. He didn't hurt no one. He kneeled during the Pledge of Allegiance. It didn't mess up his play. He wasn't throwing more interceptions. He wasn't doing but because of kneeling for that Pledge of Allegiance that these white people felt so strong. Look what happened. And look how long it took for them to even give him a reparation, so to speak.
Yeah.
Is this too deep, or you want to Because this is a question for you. I mean, because I'm asking, because the only reason I ask is you made a statement like you need to unite. I mean, the Panthers, they protected against dirty cops. Go ahead.
No, it's kind of confusing because I don't know, because I didn't want this to go too far. To me, it's kind of going off it's good topic, is kind of derailing from I don't know. I mean, because I think it just goes in line of basically what we were talking about the whole time. Like I said before, it's just one of those situations where they control all these situations, and basically it's obviously something that they control. And I mean, it's blatant. It's blatant racism. It's blatant them doing whatever they want to do with us. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, it's nothing that can be done about that. Either you don't partake in the stuff in their movies per se, or their entertainment, or you, like I said, or you find a way to you either boycott it or you find a way to get your own.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry.
Did
Okay.
you have any more questions on the regular joint? Because, like I said, if not, then we could close it up and see some. Because I don't want
Yeah.
it to.
No. Yeah. No. I think this is a perfect segue into open up the panel and bringing people in because we got the insight with you and so forth and so on.
All right,
I
so
think
then
this would be a perfect
and that's
segue.
what I'm saying. Well, give me a second because I got other things to do, but I'll bring it back. I'm gonna close it though. Either way,
You don't close it. You can't leave it open and let me run it.
Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna close this door. I'll bring it back for you.
Oh, I know what you're gonna do. I get you so you can save this one. Yeah, so close it. Tio, for everyone, T's gonna close it right now and then come right back, y'all. He's literally gonna close it and open it right back. Yo, T.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, yeah. So y'all, he's